Seriously, did this moon... 29:59. How about that? Okay, I need to sit down for just a second. Has it been this long? That's what happens. You have a brain injury, you have no sense of time whatsoever. Okay, where are we? What are we doing? Let me get this set up. If I can remember. Okay. Oh, goodness. Cramp in my foot. Okay. What a manic Monday. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. And shift. You guys feel that? This moon just went into Pisces. Thank goodness. Oh boy. What else am I doing? Okay, are we on the same page here? Are we all on board here? Let me mute. There we go. Hi, you guys. Hello. I know it is so late. It has taken me literally 2 hours to try to go live. But that's the thing. The moon has been void of course, which makes it that much harder to start something. And of course, I clicked live and the moon was exactly 29 degrees Aquarius, 59 minutes. And right now it is at 0 degrees Pisces. And suddenly things are working for me. How are you guys? I did not know it's been this long since I went live. It says like March 9th was my last live. That's a long time. I thought it had been like 2 weeks, but you know, you get a brain injury and you don't have any sense of time. This is kind of what happens. Plus, this month has been absolute madness. It's been organized madness. I've been able to anticipate a lot of it. But my last live, I would say for probably a good week and a half there, I was fighting off an illness because, you know, my kid comes home, gets us all sick, leaves, and then I'm sick. So trying to get better and having to clean up. That's just like the worst part, trying to, you know, rebound, get back into the swing of things. And we were having some aspects that were really making it difficult. Today was a huge, huge, bountiful, wonderful day on so many levels. Most importantly, we've had Venus, that planet of comfort and security and love and kind of in freedom, an open heart. It has been enclosed since mid-March, since I got sick, between Mars and Saturn, the two malefics. So every day while Mars and Saturn were in the sky, I mean, I could just watch the transits and I could feel my headache come on when this stuff was in the sky, and then, you know, the sun would start to set and then like my headaches would disappear. Crazy. But I had this sinus infection today. Venus escaped basically from the Mars-Saturn entrapment, enclosure. So we've had Mars and Saturn, and Venus has been right in between these two since mid-March. In my chart, the area that rules health for me is ruled by Venus. So Venus finally this morning past Saturn, and it was like I could feel my sinuses draining. You can still hear a little nasally stuff going on. I think I have to get to this Aries new moon to really kick it into gear. But like, this is the relief I've been waiting for all this time to like get healthy. So that happened today. The moon, so this afternoon, either you probably felt energized and inspired and relieved by it, or you were dead tired. You could have been tired anyway because the moon was void, of course, today, but it was just kind of an either or kind of thing, okay? So then this evening, the moon has been void, of course, meaning it is not tethered to any planet in the waning degrees of Aquarius, because it was like 27, 28, 29 degrees. It wasn't aspecting Pluto, but now the moon has moved into Pisces at 0 degrees. And my goodness, oh God, you guys, stuff is going to happen. I know stuff is happening, but this moon going through Pisces right now, then it'll get to Aries and we will have our new moon on April 1st. This entire Pisces season has been madness for many different reasons, but it's like this new moon, gosh, it was just so difficult because we were clearing out the fog. We were revealing all of the scary stuff. And then, of course, Russia, Ukraine. But it's like since our Pluto return, our nation has been flipped on its head. And that has had a reverberating effect around the world. So what I want to do tonight is catch you guys up on the stuff that happened today was monumental. If you liked the news today, that was pretty much all our Pluto return with a little bit of Saturn Pluto sprinkled in there. Boy, is this America version 2.0 got some teeth. I love it. Let me check in and say hello to you guys. How you guys doing? How you doing? Renee, AJ, Sandra, Stacy, Rinchi, Kathy W. Hi, Nana and Sherry Ann. Mama Bear, Shelby, Holly. Hi, Stacy and Bonnie. And Paisley, I am one. Mel, Carla. You know what? I was going to say on Twitter I'm going live, but it's like I don't even want to get their hopes up the way this whole month has been, and then trying to get live was just... Hi, Cartomancy is lurking, you guys. Hi, Snowwolf. Okay, how are you guys doing? Hi, Michael Grant. Michael Grant says, hello, Queen and Court. I have missed you all so much. I have missed all you guys too. I am sorry. It has been insane. And you know how I kind of go through periods where I'm not allowed to see anything, but I have to just sit patiently and get stuff organized? I have really been working hard behind the scenes to keep everything tethered and organized because this has just been a monstrosity of kind of like quantum leaping forwards, backwards, and side to side. I don't think I've ever experienced anything like this. And so that's what I want to catch you guys up on. Paisley, I'm just so glad Uranus is moving off my Mars and out of square to my... Yes, that's awesome. That is awesome. Those are hard transits. That is explosive, unexpected stuff. You get blindsided everywhere. Yeah. So anyway, let me make sure. Okay. I have my water. So what do I want to begin with? We do have a new moon April 1st. I'm going to be out of town. I just wanted to squeeze this live in before we're just going to look at some colleges over the next couple days. So I wanted to definitely get this in ahead of time. That is April 1st. I don't know what day that is. And March can just march right the F out of here. It's been crazy. Oh, crap. There you go. That just dropped. Mercury is in Aries, you guys. Can you tell? Mercury and Aries, hostility, impulsive behaviors, in your face. I am thinking about the thing on TV last night. I just saw that once and I was like, oh my gosh. I'm not watching this anymore. So we have Venus is no longer enclosed. So we're going to get some relief here. So as that pertains to Ukraine, I like, part of me had been feeling like this Venus representing women and children being caught in Mariupol. And I was hoping that once Venus got past here, things would get a little easier. But I don't know if these things were protecting them, because it's pretty bad. And I know things are still pretty bad. So in that regard, I'm not sure. But things are moving, and there will be an equal and opposite reaction to those things moving. I will tell you where Mars is today. This is at 17 degrees Aquarius. It's a big marker for several reasons. But Zelensky, his moon is 17 Leo. So he's feeling the stress and the hostility against him. It makes him more prone to engage and act out, a little bit more hostility, a little bit more impulsivity. It makes him vulnerable to attack, but it also really drums up his energy and his ability to protect himself from that. So it kind of goes both ways. There's that. You know what? I just want to see some cards. Here we go. Man, I'm just getting no, don't draw cards on this, because it's, with Venus, it's still just depth. It's just still, you can't get a better explanation with this coming out, because it's just so ugly what's going on over there. I will tell you, Putin, oh God, Putin's so much trouble. Not yet, I'm told. Not yet. Let's just get through some of these basics. So that is no longer enclosed. We have Mercury and Aries. Let's talk about the news today. There was some news today. And it was a very important newsy day. And I'm going to tell you why. And I hope this will give you faith and believe that we are headed in the right direction. Okay? So, today we had the news about, I want my flowers. I want to see my flowers. That judge, I'm worried I'm going to start buffering, regarding the East emails, and basically that Don Julio committed federal crimes, right? This was one big one. Then the other were those hearings today voting on contempt of court. And this one, the moon was at 27 degrees Aquarius. That's the USA moon, we the people. And at the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, the Great Reset, Venus was at 28 degrees Aquarius. So it's like Venus, as it relates to these hearings, can do what she needs to do. She's kind of been on hold. Can you show me, Tarot, the role of Venus? Show me the role of Venus with the J6. With the J6. What happens from here? Venus in relation to J6. The moon. Okay. How does this moon relate to this? The White House. How does this relate back to the moon? The Russia. Okay. There we go. Okay. You guys, I seriously think that China is way, way, way behind the sponsorship of not only what's going in UA, but J6, because, you know, the P-boys and all them, when they would have fundraisers, who was sending money but the China? So Venus going forth with the J6 committee, we've got the Moon card. This card, you know, I've always said China. This is more like a Xi Putin card. This is actually like their agreement together. We have two nations, want to rule the world, and to get there, you know, we got to stay in the dark. We don't want anyone to know our grand plan. But, you know, Putin's been having some problems lately. But this is Russia-China, okay? Don Julio hanging on for dear life to stay in office. And what happened at the Capitol that day? People trying to get in to the Capitol, the insurrection. And the Russia-China relates to J6 to hang on to the White House. And in return, Don Julio would have the support of Russia. Cards on the bottom, the plan. We've done this before. We've been steamrolling democracies around the world. We're going to take action. We got spies. The Queen of Pentacles, another nation with power and money. I'm telling you, that is what's coming forth. In fact, I did the Taroscopes from this quarter moon that was last Friday. And I was like, who's in charge of what's going on? And I did the areas for Beijing, Moscow, DC, and I got to Mar-a-Lago. And it's like nothing was really turning up until I got to Beijing. And I was looking at all these. And plus, I tweeted it today that at Mar-a-Lago, the Fool card was crowning Donald in his Taroscope. I'm like, that's sealed indictments. That is charges. And then look what happened this afternoon. So I'm like, yeah. And I even tried to do this other video for you guys the other day about this Taroscope in Beijing, but it just wouldn't work out. But anyway, so who's in charge? Who's in charge of what's going on there in the Russia? Come on. Is this Washington, D.C.? Where's my question? Dun, dun, dun. Who's in charge of Russia? You don't even have to be able to read these words. The green is just what was happening in Mar-a-Lago at the quarter moon. But this pink, that is XiLiYi. We have Xi, his VP, and then Li is the foreign minister. There's one more who's the defense minister. But this pink is all China. And this green, who's in charge of Russia? The only thing that kept showing up with matches on the perimeter was the Eastman email. So who's ever related to that is calling the shots in the Russia. So yeah, I just could not believe it. So with that Taroscope, with these arrows, these cards show up over there. It was all, it's all Xi. It is all Xi. And it's like they're having kind of second thoughts about the POOTIE because things just aren't working out at all. When I did the Taroscope over Beijing, finally, I'm like, show me who you are, Xi. First house of self. He's the freaking devil. You guys, China has been so undercover with everything, and it is slowly coming out and slowly coming out. I know that yesterday they said, oh yeah, we're not going to invest the $500 million in Sinopec in Rosneft. If you look at the writing, the words, it is they're suspending discussions. That doesn't mean they're not doing it. They're just suspending discussions because these sanctions say are really killing China. They're having a really hard time with this. So I do not believe POOTIE is in charge. I also think he also, we didn't see him for like 10 days. And then he showed back up. And the reason why he showed back up kept coming back to these guys in China. It's kind of nuts. And I get the sense that our administration absolutely know who's really in charge. And I feel like this is why the oligarchs aren't really calling Putin out, because they have to call out Xi. You know, just like the GOP isn't saying a whole lot about what's going on in Ukraine, because there's a bigger boss there. You know, should we just throw some cards on that? Let's throw some cards on that. Okay. Who? I need to. Okay. Who's in charge? It's like, it's so bad. It is so bad. Okay, so we have Russia. Who is in charge? Can you see this over here? Okay, there's a lot of activity surrounding Xi and USA and decisions that are being made. So we're just going to figure out how these relationships work, okay? So, Tarot, can you, whoops, show me Russia. Acquiring UA is this. They're failing. Russia is failing at that, okay? Show me UA. United States. Okay, who's in charge here? Who's in charge of Russia? Show me, wait, first, the three problems. These are 3 problems. The 3 major problems here, and for Russia, what's happening. They don't want to admit there's a problem. The United States. Nope. How is Vlad managing these 3? How is Xi managing these 3? These cards, the side feels so much bigger than this. Vlad's influence on what happens here. Xi and his cabinet. They just look so much bigger. The Magician. Magically, things are happening or not happening. Being manipulated. Defenses. Keeping the defenses up, and I'm getting tight-lipped about this. Blending 2 nations and their laws. Blending. Right here you go. So, blending nations, their defenses, and how to keep up the show. Oh, there's the Emperor. I think that might be Xi. So, this is UA. Their president cannot reveal his potential. He is overwhelmed. He's, being attacked. The 3 major problems for what's happening in UA for the Russia, the support that their nation is getting from everybody, and I think the United States leading the charge. The second major problem they're having, the Five of Pentacles for these guys, they can't get in. They cannot get in and conquer and attack the original plan. They're out. So they're out. They can't get relief. Like supplies, like food. They can't get relief. And the third major problem is it is really bad news going on there, and their comms are getting messed up. Because this is more like kind of surveillance, AI. What's wrong with the comms? Yeah, they're being interrupted. They can't get their messages through, and people are sleeping on the job. They're not taking advantage of what they're supposed to do with the comms. The comms, it gives them terrible, horrible judgment. Okay, so China really wants to get balance on what's going on out there. It's not so much that they need justice. They need some balance because this is out of control. So POOTIE relates to this major problem. Number one, he's supposed to be the one in charge. He has a problem because he's supposed to be the established authority at the Kremlin, and also the White House is giving him problems. This is a big problem for him, being able to conquer. The second thing, how he relates to this being managed as well, they thought they could do this. They've been here, done that, been here before. Isn't it weird that he would have a 10 of Cups fulfillment? Like, this should be done and over with, fulfilled. No, like, if he was really in charge, I would expect like a 5 or some type of fighting. This is like his job's complete, right? And the third thing, his job is complete. His problem is he can't complete the job. He doesn't have the resources, and he's having problems with his leadership, the Tower. A tower. This is Mars turned inward. The inflammation, he's having problems with steering this. But on the other hand, we got China. How are they dealing with this? You cannot see. We're disguising the problem with what? Disguising it. Disguising the leader. We're disguising the leader here. This is Xi, angry Putin, calling the shots. The second big problem, Fool. This is a new start for China dealing with this. That's major arcana. And the other way he's dealing with this, trying to end this. End it, bring about a death. This is his influence. Yes, he is. Yes, what? How are they directing it? They have an agreement. They are freaking directing this whole thing. They've offered up some help. Here, I'll do this for you because he's done. Putin is done, you guys. He is so done. Wouldn't be surprised if there's like an hit person. What are you trying to end here? See, the major arcana is over here. He has clocked out. He's done. End of what? We have a new plan. Making some difficult decisions here for power. Okay, remember when they went into UA and POOTIE just had like I think he had these two cards. I'm like, if you're going to go into a war, are you going to hire the person that has the twos for the pip cards? They're just getting started. No, they're going to fail. And this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to get they're trying to get their balance. They're trying to end what's going on so they can get the upper hand of the power. Do you realize how far you have to scale things back to get to an ace and a 2? That's how damaging he's been. The United States, the King of Cups. This is President Biden and all the support and love and regard that he has. Can you show me what's the outcome here with this guy, if you know? I need a different deck. I've used up all those cards. We'll use this one. Oh, no, not this one. That is my... Nope, not that one. I did get my mini, but this is reserved for UA and Zelensky. Okay, what do we got? Oh. What do we have here? Okay, so... can you show me POTUS? Who's in charge here? What's the leadership here? What do you know? Who's in charge? Two of Swords. Russia is barren. I say this is usually a yes card. Not really in charge. Not really in charge. What intel do you have about what's going to happen to this guy? Oh, the Star. He is a topic of discussions. Working really hard. On the move. Where are you going? Oh, to the Emperor. What's going on here? Regarding this guy. What do you know about China? Regarding POOTIE. I kind of think they might just keep him in there. You know, like kind of how they have their pretend KJU. What's the plan for him? Eight of Swords. Page of Pentacles. It's a secret. I don't know if they're going to keep investing in him, but they have to make some serious decisions because he is a total nightmare. He has not been able to fulfill duties, and now we've got this Lover's card, which is agreements between nations. What's this agreement about? Seven of Wands. Being able to fight back, not fighting back. Spinning in circles. This is G, you guys. In the past, so that stuff was happening, and G said, we need to end this. You're not ending it like you're supposed to. He's pissed. King of Swords. He is so pissed at POOTIE. He's in so much trouble. He's in so much trouble. And POOTIE just seems like he's kind of drifting. Okay, so you guys know, like, how long was it? At least a month or two ago that I said I was having that vision of him floating in like a harbor. Well, that vision has changed. It reminds me of the scene in Gladiator. Towards the end, when Maximus, they're all going to break free from prison. They're going to break free. And he is trying to run out of wherever he is. And this is the movie Gladiator. If you haven't seen it, you probably have. But there's a point where he's trying to escape, and he goes down a stairwell, and he sees the sword that his old master from the Gladiator games left for him, and armor to protect him. Meanwhile, that guy that was in charge of the circus of the gladiators before they got to Rome, that guy knows his fate. He knows he's done. So he is I don't know where he's standing, but he's kind of expecting the guys to come and kill him because he's escaping, because Maximus is escaping. Well, the scene that they show is that guy, the circus guy, I don't know what his name is, sorry. You see like the back of him, like standing, like, I don't know if he's like at a table or like an altar. He's got some candles lit and he's just kind of waiting. And you see the back of him. That's how I was seeing POOTIE maybe earlier last week. And all of a sudden this weekend, it's like people have come for him. There's like touching and kind of like shaking and kind of wrestling to get him. And then I feel him like going limp. So whatever that means, let me check in with you guys. How are you? Hi, you guys. Hi, Strawberry. Greetings. Electra, who's in charge? China. China's trying to pretend they're not in charge, but they have people going back and forth. Putin is his own puppet now. He is so, because of the sanctions, they're broke. Who is sponsoring this war? You know, in my opinion, basically China is running the show. They're trying to pretend like they're not, but people have their scripts and what they're supposed to say, kind of like the GOP, who never has a plan. They say stupid, outrageous things. You never see them working. You see them lollygagging. They get their script, and that's what they do. I think that's what's happening. Meanwhile, there's this war thing that they have to tend to, that they are trying to figure out what the heck to do because Putin massively screwed it up. Yeah, this is not good for China at all. And again, I cannot even fathom to think if we were still in Afghanistan. Could you imagine all of this going on? Oh my gosh. And what that would have done to our economy. We would have been in total, complete ruin. That's what the TAROTSCOPEs, when I look back at them, and the cards, the astrology cards that were indicating the big plan to go into UA, Biden's known about it since like June, July. Maybe May. But he had intel on it, and I think that's why we got out. And he beat them to the punch because that was supposed to devastate the dollar. It was supposed to ruin our economy. That I think my last live, that like I talked about that for a long time, but he beat them to the punch, turned the tables. Now look at them. Look at them failing miserably. And if you've noticed, President Biden, he'll say stuff and he'll get kind of agitated and he'll keep saying it almost like he's egging these guys on. Are you really going to do it? I'm going to talk about it louder and louder, and which makes them make mistakes. I feel like even though POOTIE was planning to go into UA, he fumbled badly before that got underway. He paused. He blinked. He should have, pulled back, but he had to go forward. Yeah. So that is my hypothesis on what I'm seeing. It just reminds me right now, the quarter moon. I was also shocked to see this in Mar-a-Lago. Usually we got lots of people talking back and forth. Mar-a-Lago only had 2 things communicating. Nothing else. Silence. So I don't know why it's so quiet there, but even when he was in the White House, his TAROTSCOPEs were going crazy all over the place. There were only 2 cards there. I haven't looked at Trump Tower yet, so maybe that stuff going on. But you're going to love this. You're going to love this. I have to tell you what happened today. So last week I had tweeted. I don't know what day it was. I think it was 4 or 5 days ago. I said, eyes on March 28th. Things are going to be lit. That's today. And it will continue into the 30th, the 31st. Actually, this whole time going into our new moon in Aries and our new moon kicking off. Oh, man. It is like manifestation time for some things. Not everything, But this is key stuff is happening. And I'm going to tell you what happened. And why you're going to love our Pluto return so much. I need some water. Okay. So today, there was that judge. Was there anything else that happened besides the judge and the vote on contempt? Because that's basically all I saw. I'm sure there's more stuff that happened. Oh, well, I know that Build the Wall pled guilty last week. We don't even have time to talk about this stuff. So I was counting on today being really important because, well, our Pluto return was super duper duper activated at the top here of the chart. Remember, this was on February 20th. This is the East, and then this is the West. Stuff in the sky up here, kind of like a tarot reading, things are crowning something. It's in the skies for everyone to see. Everybody knows about it. Everybody knows what that judge said. Everybody watched the vote on contempt for those yahoos and who they were, who they are, and what they did. But, oh, thank you, Jack D. J6 did 6 big things. They did 6 big things today. I like that. 6 things. Oh boy, that is good. Disney's going after Florida. That is good. Paying the companies to come back. And hello. POTUS announced taxing the billionaires. That's kind of cool. This was big, earth-shaking stuff, and it's just going to get better and better and better. So what happened at our Pluto return? USA, Mercury is conjunct the ascendant. So that's like news, discussions, agreements, deciding to do procedure and moving forward. Comms, papers, emails, detailed information. I just love that Mercury is here because this is USA Mercury, conjunct the ascendant at our Pluto return. And this makes sense to the people of the United States. It's not like we're like, what are you talking about? I don't get it. No, everybody is going to get and understand things crystal clear, like a bell. So that's what's going on for the next 240 years plus, okay? But at the very top of the chart, I was like, I expect something to happen. Last week, I thought it was ballsy of me to say, I expect stuff to happen by noon on Monday in DC. It did. Because, what is this? The top of the chart. See, this is how you know I got it right on the Pluto return and the date that I chose and the chart. This is how we know. The top of the chart at this Pluto return, we have 3 this year, but our first Pluto return, 7 Aries, 58 minutes. Today, around noon in DC, the sun was 8 Aries. So right at midday, the sun moved over from the area of law, lands far away, and rolled right over the skies over Washington, D.C. And what did we find out? All this news, right? But wait, there's more. Because at our Pluto return, at 10 Aries, was Chiron, the wound that we're gonna heal. And this Chiron, USA Chiron is at 20 degrees Aries. So it's like conjunct, but it's right in between this tension of the 0 Aries, first day of spring, and USA natal Chiron, the pain, This is extraordinary because I'll throw cards on this Chiron on what the pain is going to happen. But this is why it has felt like our nation has been turned upside down. Because in the USA chart, where are you? The USA chart, we have Libra at the top of the chart. And we have Aries at the bottom of the chart. This Pluto return reset it, flipped it over. Literally flipped this chart over. And so the individual and rights and laws and what we stand for from the very beginning, Aries is a new season, a new beginning. But it's all now grounded and founded in the scales of justice. We don't debate that anymore because that's just what it is now. We literally got flipped on our head and it is reverberating out, okay? So this was manifestation today from our Pluto return. Pluto return. Let's just ask the Pluto return. Oopsie. Pluto return. What happened today? Tarot, what? Can you show us what our Pluto return did today? Yes, but get some cards for this first. Okay. Can you show me the news with the judge? The King of Swords. Said Don Julio, yeah, those emails are not protected because of the crime behind them. High Priestess reversed. It's not protected like you think it is. And Don Julio, baby liable, committed federal felonies. That's jail. That's the judge. Okay, Tarot, show me J6. The J6 committee today, what they did. They delivered some news. They were speaking out clearly with authority and aggression on what they know and what they have. I need another card with this page of sword. Oh, we have 2 pages. Maybe this is East and this is Trump. Oh man. Okay. J6, what's the news? They were working together with this plan and they put it out there. They scrambled together a plan and put it out there. And the J6 says, we've got a lot of evidence. So Pluto return says, I'm on the move. Look at my power, my idea, my clarity. We're going after the money. We're going after the documents because of betrayal. Okay, so Pluto return. We have these events. Can you show me, Pluto return, how you relate to these things? Because, you guys, this was a delicious taste of our Pluto return and the power of it delivering like to the hour today. I mean, that's crazy. Oh boy, my throat just went really dry. I'm hovering over something with the Pluto. Oh my gosh. I haven't had this sensation in a while. What did you have to do with this and the judge? What's the Pluto return? This was crowning Donald at Mar-a-Lago. His TAROTSCOPE. This is my card for sealed indictments. Pluto returns. Got the Fool on the mind in the skies of DC. And what else? Oh, the 10 of Pentacles. Yep, this is the Trump orb. And their agreements. The yes what? Yes what, Pluto? The Page of Pentacles. Oh, there's no Page of Pentacles here. The Page of Pentacles. Who's this Page of Pentacles from? Because that's money and data and the the secret discussions. I just had Ginny Thomas pop into my mind. What does this have to do with Ginny Thomas? What does this have to do with Ginny Thomas? Hanged. She's caught, you guys. She's caught. Pluto return says she's caught. I wish I had a magic 8-ball that I could call Pluto return. Just shake it. And the Pluto return says, okay. So that's related to this. Pluto return. What's going on with the J6 here? And these yahoos. What was that related to? The insurrection. 5 of Pentacles. The leadership of a different nation. This is usually the Russia, POOTIE. What else? Pluto return. I'm told just put these cards down. I have to put something over here. This is another nation. This is another participant. This dark money? What? This is like the curtains being lifted. J6. What about J6? That High Priestess card is always the secret that goes back to Russia and what they want and what they're doing and interfering. The 7 of Pentacles. This is the J6 committee with so much evidence and information. Pluto return is lifting the veil. Oh my God. This is Donald? Oh my God. What about Donald? That Page of Cups, I swear to God, that's Donald. It's the end. It's the end as we know it. The Pluto return says, we're bringing you to the end. Pluto return here with the J6 committee. We've got leadership by the Russia. Oh my God. The GOP, the 10 of Cups, far-right nationalists. I feel like these are far-right around the world. The 6 Wands mob, Trump, Putin, Unji, Netanyahu, all of them. So many interfered with J6. They want to make it about the P-boys, the 7 of Pentacles. Magically just got started on its own to go waltz over there. This is a world operation. This is another country or the mob. The mafia. I feel China off of this. The defenses are up. That's just like that reading I just did about who's running the show in Russia. This is China. The China mob. Defenses are up. We are laying low. Nobody can see us. But these are our comms. You can't see our mouths moving. You can't see us. La, 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 but we are hooked up. We are hooked up. How do you guys talk to each other? How are you talking here? What are you saying? What are you saying to POOTIE and the GOP? What are you saying to the GOP and other nations? Oh, my throat. My throat. Wow. They're saying when the timing's right, I'll let you know. We're going to make this work. But I call the timing the most fortunate time. GOP, I'm supporting you. I'm giving you everything that you need. It might come through Don Julio, but those are the directions are coming to him through the China. And this 6 Wands mob, they're telling them what they need to set up, what to leave alone. Don't pay attention to that. Don't answer the news media. This is what to set up. What are they setting up? The mercenaries. They're telling the mafias on the ground which mercenaries to hang on, to assault, cover up. This is the operation they've got going on the ground. They're arranging the people on the ground here, paying them. This is what we have to protect. This is where we are investing our things in. These are the people we're going to attack. Remember, repressed suppression of democracy here. Remember, there was that big, was it Attorney General Merrick Garland had the press or was it Lisa Monica? There was a press conference recently by the FBI. No, it was neither one of them. About how they busted 3 Chinese nationals for suppressing political efforts here to silence them. This is what there was a ton of this going on. Oh, there, peekaboo, Queen of Pentacles, another nation with money and influence. You can just add the Saudis too. They're talking on the ground how to set terror up here. And on the ground, influence apps. This is what the Pluto return is going to do. That is on the to-do list, and they got a really great start today, right? Let me check in with you guys. Hi, you guys. Oh, yeah, I saw that J6 is to meet with Jared. Yes. Hi, Desrat. Desrat. This is exciting as usual. Michael Grant. Yes, UA is having a Saturn return playing out. It formed around 1991. Russia is pushing it and will absolutely lose. Yes, and Russia's chart is getting hit hard. Ukraine's chart is getting hit hard. But the saving grace for Zelensky is that thing that happened in 2020, the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, the Great Reset. I promised January 12th, 2020, the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. It hasn't been one like this for thousands of years. It's what brought the fall of Rome. Very powerful. The Saturn-Pluto conjunction promised a change in world power and a change in government structure. And are we seeing that or what in spades? We're seeing the lines being drawn in the sand related to NATO and supporting one another. Israel has been shocking. They, are supporting things here and there, but they will never come out and say who supporting UA and condemning Russia. I heard that the reason why they don't condemn Russia is because they sold them the NSO spyware, and then they agreed they would not sell it to other countries. Israel's got a big problem. And so we're seeing these fault lines play out, and we're seeing an economic downfall. So at the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, this was so critical for Zelensky because the moon was at 17 degrees Leo. The moon, the people. Leo is a leader. His natal moon is 17 degrees. In my humble opinion, this is the thing that is really protecting him because he should be getting clobbered between Saturn and Uranus and these big planets. He should be totally devastated, especially the way the UA chart is right now because they've also got Pluto there in the first house. They are having a lot of death and destruction. Miraculously, he is retaining this much power. On top of it, in this year of 2020, that year ended with the great Saturn-Jupiter conjunction, the Christmas star in December. The ancients said in Aquarius, especially 0 degrees where it occurred, that there would be a new dynasty for the next 200 years, and it would take the first 10 years for nations and civilizations to adapt to the new order. Okay, so that's when they had no electronics or devices. I think the 10-year adjustment period might happen quicker. But who are we seeing with the new dynasty? Who's coming to the forefront? It's him. It is him. So I think those two things really have him set up for this. So, oh my God. So today was an awesome Pluto return day. The other thing that happened today related to the Pluto return is the fact that when they took that vote, the J6 committee voted like 6 things. The moon was not only at 27 degrees Aquarius conjunct the USA natal moon, it was conjunct the planet Venus. Gains, money, votes, your substance. That was at 28 degrees Aquarius. And not only did they do that, Venus just broke free from that enclosure I was describing earlier, so now she can do what she needs to do. And we have Saturn at like 22 degrees Aquarius. It is really stabilizing things at that degree. And what's at 22 degrees Aquarius in the USA chart? The asteroids. We have Lincoln and we have Cariclo, the ultimate goddess healing deity mother. She was married to Chiron. She is the one that had all the stuff that Chiron used to be such an influential healer. How would she know what he needs, right? So all that was happening at the vote today. And right now, Mars is at 17 Aquarius. It is opposite this moon. So there is a lot of tension and agitation going on with who's really in charge, who's really going to win, who's going to step up and take the leadership. And wasn't POTUS amazing this weekend in Poland? How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Oh yeah, Prince and DeVos are horrible. Yes. I can't stand them. Electrostorm. I know. I feel like the people of Israel are our friend. It's just their leadership. It is really horrifying what their leadership has decided. Thank you, Strawberry. Any news on TedCruz from J6? He's screwed, you guys. Well, let's look at... I can't stand that guy. But we could look at... Ugh. Oh, and oh my gosh, my throat. Notice my throat went dry and tightened when I said he's screwed. By the way, we did have an Aries ingress. I haven't even been able to talk about that with you guys. We also had a Venus-Pluto synod on the same day that we had a Mars-Pluto synod. You guys, it's like indescribable how powerful this stuff is. You just saw what happened today with the Pluto return. On top of the Pluto return, this is like not even 2 weeks later, now we have Venus and Mars conjunct Pluto. Never in USA history did we get to have Venus and Mars conjunct Pluto, where Pluto is in the USA natal chart. Just like our Mercury-Pluto conjunction was the first time since January 1777. This is such powerful stuff. And not only are we having this Pluto return, it's going over this 27 degree mark 3 times this year. So 2022 is the year of the Pluto return. I cannot even fathom what's going to happen. If this was this powerful today, we weren't even at an eclipse point, you guys. This was not even an eclipse trigger. This was just a return. And look what the F happened today. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, okay. I think I would like to do the TAROTSCOPE for Ted in Washington, D.C. Did he have another connection to the East guy email? I thought I caught a little glimpse of that he had a connection to that. I just seeing what happened today, I have total faith everything's going to work out okay, especially the way things have just been getting pumped out. And then he announces taxing the billionaires today. And the economy and the budget stuff. I mean, he's on a roll. He's on a roll. Nothing could stop him. Nothing could stop him. Oh. What happens? I know I asked this earlier. So the sun was here. Today's Monday. Tuesday, Monday. So this is like Thursday. The sun is going to hit Chiron at our Pluto return. I don't even know what to, I just want to see some cards for this Pluto return being so powerful. What is it going to do with Chiron? Holy crap. In the skies. In the skies. Well, you're going to see this. And you're going to see this. You're going to see this. And it all filters through. This is like a filter. Oh, goodness. I feel like this is like, we're going to see this, but this is like kind of gets in the shadow that we can't see right away. But it has a the filter has an origin. It's at the very foundation of this. And I need a challenge card. What's the challenge as it goes into the shadows? We're going to get some news. We're going to get some news overseas. Oh, boy. About a president, about a revelation, about a leader in charge. Between Russia and China. Oh, gosh. Okay, so that's we're looking at like Thursday. The sun is going to hit our Pluto return, Chiron. It's going to, there is some action being taken. Is this war or FBI? What is this? It says draw another card. Action taken on an agreement. Is that Ukraine? Yes, it's related to that. So this is the sun hitting Chiron at the Pluto return. The fighting, the fighting, the fighting. Fighting? Who's fighting? Ah. And the guy with the money. Are these oligarchs? It's all of them. Is this Don? It's him. It's leaders. It's nations with people with a lot of money fighting. So the news we're going to get as it hits the Chiron at the Pluto return, it filters through this stuff. So it's going to filter through another nation. I used to get this for like Israel. This could be China. Sponsors. Nations that are sponsoring whatever that they're fighting. Is this like an extradition? Someone getting extradited? Oh, there goes my throat. Okay. Oh my. Okay, another nation. Guys, this is Russia, China. all this news filtering through Russia, China. The star. This could be Zelensky. It could January 6th. Ding, ding, ding. And the challenge for these assholios is this is their secret discussions and how they wanted to manipulate stuff. And this goes in the shadow. We can't really see this stuff. Is this Biden? No, this is it's POOTIE wanting to. Oh, he's reversed. Is this the GOP? Yeah, nationalistic groups. Over here. Russia strength. 7 wands, can't fight back. Their weakness. Is this Facebook? This might be social media. Foundation. Hanging on again. I don't really... Is this children? Or is this just hanging on? How Russia hangs on to stuff. It's such a detailed operation. It's so big. I asked if this was an extradition. I don't even know what extradition would look like, but is this, what is it? Donald. Is that Donald? Knight of Cups. Is that Trump Tower? There's something big coming. That might be Trump Tower. It's just the same big, it's the same thing, but it's more focused, more detailed with more players and who they're, because we ended up in Ukraine. I don't know if it relates to impeachment, that type of stuff. There is something coming from the past. Hold on. Thursday. You know, maybe buy yourself a nice glass bottle of wine. Kick back. Just be ready. How are you guys doing? Oh yeah, Bonnie, they are incredible. Isn't it crazy how huge they are? Let's see. My father's adopted father was Ukrainian and changed his name to Grant because he was in Hell's Kitchen. It used to be Granowitz. Da. Extradition is a tradition. Furtash is being extradited to because of what? Nancy Lee. Furtash is being extradited. Is he really? Do we have a date for him? Like, I saw that he couldn't fight it anymore. Yes, sympathy to the Foo Fighters. Okay. Paisley, my throat tightened when you said, is this Trump Tower? Isn't that interesting? I'm sorry. You know what? I think it's because authority is represented by Saturn. I have Saturn in Taurus. Taurus rules the neck. I think that is why my throat always gets tight, because I feel like it suddenly is like standing up straight. Like this, like being able to speak with authority type of deal. And like I don't expect it, and it's like whoop. Okay, let's do the I said we do the TAROTSCOPE on that guy, that gross guy. He's so gross. Okay. So that was that. I need to see. Okay, so this is Washington, D.C. This was the quarter moon last week. Well, looky here. Looky here. On the ascendant in the east, Gemini, 17 degrees, 29 minutes. It is being straddled in the area in the 12th house above the horizon that you cannot see. Donald Wuhan asteroid, war, and the North Node from January 6th. Lots of secrets here, I think, are coming out related to that. At the top of the chart is in Libra, the scales of justice. The sun also, not only did it hit the midheaven of the Pluto return, it also slipped underneath here into the 4th house of defense. Strategy, we've got here, communications, where the sun is at this quarter moon, really, it's like almost at the 29th, it's at like the 28th degree of this house, meaning getting to the end of the line with comms and information and USA defenses. Mercury finally went into Aries, so this happened the other day. I could tell that my thinking suddenly got a little clearer because it's been bouncing around here in Pisces with Jupiter and Neptune, and it has made thinking really weird, weird things, weird themes, weird. So again, with this chart, everything is beneath the horizon. We cannot see it, except, well, in the 7th house, we can't see that either. We got Dark Moon Lilith here at 27 Gemini, your partner, your adversary, and that's related to an eclipse last year in the summer. Oh my gosh. So we can speculate on what's going on. We can't see what's going on, but on the other side of the world, they've got this all in the sky. So what we're going to be hearing about is everything happening overseas, because that we can see. Okay, so let's see what's going on with this guy. He's so annoying. Okay. Nana, maybe someone is to release compromise. I don't know. Thursday, what day of the week is that? Okay, wait, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Oh my gosh, that's, holy cow. So that's on the 31st. The next day, we have a new moon in Aries. So this is like the last piece of business that this butt-kicking Pisces lunation cycle has been, because this was the first lunation we had since our Pluto return, and wow, was it just messy. Messy, messy, messy. Okay, let's see, let's figure what's going on. This is for TedCruz. Actually, we will go back up here. Second house owning, what his substance is, who he is, how he gets his income, how he makes his money. 9th house faith, I would suppose that's money overseas. This is also about the law and his doings overseas, which we can't see because all the planets are on the other side of the world. 5th house creativity. Is this creatively insurrectionizing with China? moon soul. So that is what's on the ascendant. Wait, let me see. Did you guys answer that question about what? I know, April Fool's Day. That question about what they found out about him, CRUZ. Did they find a connection with him to those emails from the East guy? I do not see. Oh, yes. Nancy, yes, regarding East guy. Barb McQuaid said he may face criminal charges before it's over. Okay. We shall see. That's interesting. Fifth house creativity. How to creatively overturn that for President Biden. Because remember, the fifth house has to do with the sun, our leader. So in the first house, TedCruz, Grand Trine blessings. Washington, D.C. had Grand Trine blessings here in the area of shared resources, taxes information, debts. This is who he is. He's been very blessed by something overseas. I know one of these guys had it. Who had Grand Trine blessings? Here. China had Grand Trine blessings here in communications. It's in China. It is. I'm telling you, China is involved so much more than we realize. So, yeah. How does he keep getting away with stuff? Grand Trine blessings. The secret, fourth house roots, defenses, the messages he receives. These secret messages, I was just thinking about him at the hearing last week, how he said all that crap to KBJ during her hearing, and then he was looking at Twitter at the trends. I totally looked at that. He is in cahoots. The reason why he said that crap was to see what the rise was he was going to get out of the trends, because it relates to his influence app that was acting in real time. And that's what he was researching. And he's an idiot for doing that. Well, in general. But where everybody saw it and in real time, you can measure what's happening from what he said. And someone verified, a news organization, they could see over his shoulder what he was doing. And yeah, that's what he was doing. So, secret, our messages he's receiving. The hidden enemy he has. Ooh, Jupiter, abundance. This is going to hurt him badly. This is showing up in the Russia upright. And it might have been showing up with China upright. This is his hidden enemy. The 11th house, networks, influence apps, overseas. Again, the U.S. had Sagittarius IC. Someone overseas, networks, but this is reversed. Oh my God. The 12th house escape. His secret is out. This is the card I've been getting for those guys, like their big ultimate plan, the secret that they cannot ever, ever, ever break, ever. Because it's how things work. He has that in networks. It's coming out. The big secret is coming out. And what's crowning him? Washington, D.C. has Saturn and the truth reversed. Like the truth is coming out. Look at that. Black Moon Lilith, the pain. This is a J6 card. It's coming out. 9th house, lands far away. Law enforcement. Sun, spirit. This is a expression of, a revelation of. But with these guys in J6, this is to prevent POTUS, Biden, from assuming his being duly elected, counting the votes. Shared blessings. There's that grand trine blessings. That's who he is. He gets what he wants. He gets his way. Mercury, communications, mind, disrupted. This showed up for... This showed up all over the place. I'm sorry, I don't... This must have been last... I'm sorry, I did not want to do that. Okay. This actually got its start last week. I saw this with POTUS USA chart, and I saw it like a lot of activity on the ascendant right in here with this card last week. So whatever happened last week has come out, and he's got some shared comms. This is his opposition or his ally. Oh boy, he's got a yod pointing at him. Yikes. So Wuhan, America, Dark Moon Lilith. Point. I want to know where this yod points. This is really important. Oh, I see. I see how it goes. Because this is his grand trine blessings, we're going to find out what his blessings were. I need a pencil. So that yod, grand trine, it could start, let's see. We are going to go to, oh wow, 17, oh boy. Okay, you know what? Oh my God. Dun dun dun. I am drawing this because we have Uranus in Taurus. We have a solar eclipse point, and we've got the North Node. That's kind of powerful there to build the base. Over here at the same degree, we've got the asteroid America. We've got Wuhan conjunct USA Sun. Ooh, I think USA is going to war against Ted. Pointing right here in his blind spot with Don Holio and Wuhan and eclipse points. Oh boy, he's in trouble. Sixth house. Libra, I balance. No, there's an imbalance in what you yahoos are doing with justice, counting electoral votes. Fifth house of the sun. North Node, life's purpose. He was meant to do that. He was meant to be an effery POS. And it's coming back for him. With his roots, sensing on the ground, social media, how he played this game on the ground, just like he did during the hearings. Taking in information, sensing what's going on. This is how he defends himself, is by a crutch of social media and some influence apps. This is where it is. I was looking for this card earlier in the 8th house of shared resources. In Washington, D.C., it's in the 3rd house. And it was also reversed. So he's got some problems here with comms. Even in D.C., Taurus, I have. I own. I have it. No, you don't. You don't. We had income here. Taurus, I have. This is how I illegitimately have or get things, is through communications. The 2nd house, we're going to find out about it. The 10th house world, how he got his money, is going to be in the skies. This is him this week. This is not good at all. Okay, I'm just going to take a picture of this so that I don't have to write this all down. Camera. Gosh, he sucks. What's this yod pointing at? I would like to also mention to you guys, this yod is also anchored by this cusp here between the 7th and 8th house. Partnerships, relationships, shared resources, debts. at 22 degrees Cancer. You know what 22 degrees Cancer is? Well, the Saturn-Pluto conjunction was at 22 degrees Capricorn. The promise of restructuring world power and governments and money is cutting him in half. He's getting cut. He's getting cut, you guys. He's just getting... This Saturn-Pluto is like a... I don't know, like a big axe thing. What do they call that? Back in the medieval times, you know, it has a special name. And the dude would take it, and what that is, I keep seeing that, just like cutting him in half. It's cut. Separated. That's like this is an ending. He's done. Aries, Capricorn, because the sun is in Aries at the third quarter moon, and the moon was in Capricorn. That's why I wrote that Aries Cap 3/4. Okay? It's CAP. It looks like CAN, but it's CAP. A scythe. Perhaps. How are you, Pamela Bryan? Okay, so... Damn, that yard. What's it? No, it's not a scythe, because isn't a scythe a thing that you use to, like, cut grass? It's not a guillotine, but it's a fancy word like that. What's anchoring this yard? And this side, oh God. Guys, he's so done. Pointing right to his blind spot. What is it? He's caught. Hangman, he's caught. With a lot of evidence. He's been into something for a very, very long time. Yep, he's been talking. He's been getting his... These are his instructions from Putin G. He's caught. He is caught. So over here, with America, Wuhan. Oh, this is what I did earlier. About but that was J6 and Don Julio, but there was a connection with CRUZ. He set that mofo, set some stuff up. Who'd you set some stuff up with? Ted. Trump Tower. Oh, is that Trump Tower? And the Republican Party. Oh, yep, there goes my throat. There goes my throat. So those are the people he knows and does stuff with. Here, him, the other side of this yard. Facebook. Yep. Social media. Conspiracy. Conspiracy. Same old, same old. It's inevitable it's going to happen. We've got Uranus, solar eclipse points there. Pointing to something in his blind spot very badly. The rusher, the strength of the information they have on him. The courts. How it's all been disguised. He is in trouble. Oh, I didn't lay out the tarot cards. I just did this right away. Let me lay out the tarot cards for him for this quarter moon. How are you doing? Yes. Sorry. Yes, CRUZ. He's so cooked. Ted has mice in the bell tower. His wife works at Goldman Sachs. Oh, go figure. Okay. Show me his Taroscope. Show me his Taroscope. I need to find out more about... I didn't get to watch that J6 stuff, but I really want to go find out that information. Which way? Oh, we don't know yet. Huh. Look at all that money, all that data, all these offers. Pro quo. Russia, China. The courts, but this also could be a nation, a hacking nation. Holy crap, did he pay for hacking? Did you pay for hacking? Can you show me TedCruz and hacking? Oh, there we go again. Show me TedCruz paying for hacking. Setting stuff up. Paying for hacking? Four of Swords, there you go. China, hacking. What's crowning you, Ted, with hacking? This is what Russia really, 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 really wants more than anything. A cable connection network to transport information, moving it around. That's what he's setting up. It's crowning him. There we go. The money, the data, the cable, the networks. Oops. Past, they fought it. This is making up a big deal, outrage, blah, 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 to make a big old mess so nobody can get at what's behind this whole thing. Going to jail. Going to jail. Going to jail. Look at this deck. He tore my card. I love this deck. It is so versatile. It adapts to any situation that I do, but it is starting to shred. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3. These 4 cards on the bottom. Yeah, he was ongoing. I'm okay. Yeah, and I've got Abbott in my head too, doing the same thing. This is all the crap they do. Who are you, Ted? It's part of the 6 Wands mob. Look at how much he's been blessed by them to get what he wants. Secret. 4 of Swords, hacking. Hacking. This guy. The hidden enemy. He's a spy. He's a freaking spy. He needed to declare Farah, the star. And this is J6. The conspiracy, he was totally part of it. Totally, completely part of it. Networks, who are your friends? News from overseas. They wanted to hide this, that 12, that's the big secret from Putin. What's crowning TedCruz? So he can freaking hang on and keep Trump trying to overturn an election. 9th house, lands far away. Yes, yes, he's all about faraway lands. He's being investigated for all that. Shared resources. Magician, how we suddenly manipulate so many things. The Wheel of Fortune, his fortune that he was able to build with somebody else, a foreign adversary, this is China. 6th house, public servants, the GOP. Yep, 5th house, you are caught. This is undecided. How quickly the information is going to come out. 3rd house. It's the end of the road. It's the end of the world. And there you go. The 2nd house, this is your comms, your substance. Someone is always giving you directions to what to do, giving you scripts to read. So this is him. What to say for outrage, to fight, because that person needs some help, the rusher. by the way, this card, you know, I will just tell you the results. I had a hunch last week that the reason why the GOP was going after that Hawkins case with the fake outrage is because someone needed to see that pre-sentencing agreement. And ultimately, for me, for entertainment purposes only, it traced back to a person with a lot of money from a different country who was facing some charges and somehow needs to get their hands on that pre-sentencing agreement so that something can be thrown out, so that their whatever can be thrown out, voided, and that's what it was all about. It wasn't about KBJ. It was those selfish mofos, again, protecting foreign interests and not our national interests. Okay, how are you guys doing? I think that's going to be it for now. How are you guys doing? He's going to go down so hard. Yep, Shelby, it's going to all, yes, trace back to the GRU. The GRU has people all over the world. DeSantis had 300 million in the Russian stock market. The red states could have been hiding trades. And yep, they could. Okay. I do like Texas and Florida. I just don't like those crazy people. CRUZ had something to do with the setting up the Willard meet. Yep, he's done. He's done. Thank you, Pamela. Okay, so I think that's going to be it for tonight. I was glad that I was able to check in and say hello to you guys. I can't believe it was 3 weeks. I honest to God thought it was just 2. You know, because we were sick and stuff. I explained it in the beginning. Oh, there goes my throat again. And I'm going to be out of town for a couple days this week. But I'll be back. New moon, Aries, Thursday. The moon is, you know, just sit back and watch, okay? It's going to get interesting. It's going to get interesting. There's nothing we can do. And thank God this administration has a plan. Because could you imagine having this Pluto return and not having a plan? Like Don Julio, just kind of whichever way the wind blows. No, POTUS had these plans in place, I think, the moment he decided to run, doing research, getting things into place, because he never lost his security clearance. I think he's had people working on this stuff for a long time. So that's that. I think it is, Nancy Lee. I do think that new moon is on Thursday morning. I could be wrong. I know our friend Holly Coleman will let us know. Oh, thank you, Michael Grant. I've done so much. Thank you for your dedication. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Oh, I still have to watch that. Whatever Cash Peters said. Okay, speaking of Mr. Cash, I had someone recommend me to, was it yesterday? I don't know. Check out his video if you want to know about Putin and Xi. And I was like, well, maybe he's watching my videos, because I found I can't believe I found this tweet. It was either June or October 2019 was on my current account the first tweet I could find when I was talking about that relationship and a global coup on the world. And that was when I created that account, my old account, which I can't get into anymore. I was talking about it before then, and it's just mind-boggling to see it happen all right now. My goodness, thank you so much, Shelby. Okay, thank you. You guys have a great evening. We'll see you later. We'll see you. You guys have a good week. And again, we're at a balsamic moon. There's no more juice to create anything. We are at the very end of the road, the end of this zodiac cycle, because we are at the end of the Pisces lunation. Aries season truly kicks off on the 1st. And I would really like to be live for that. So, but we'll see. We'll see. No promises, okay? Okay. Sweet dreams. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Debsy. Holly Coleman, the Aries new moon is on Friday at 2:25 a.m. Eastern time. I will not be live. So, thank you, Holly. Thank you. Thank you, Paisley. Have a good night. We'll talk to you later. Thanks, you guys.